a very warm welcome to you all, guys. Thanks for joining here again for our weekly Palo Alto Research Lab call. So yeah, continuing our quest in terms of bridging the gap between total community and innovation, crypto worlds and Web2 worlds. So yeah, all the stuff happening here. And as always, hosting today's meeting myself, Ivan and Malika as well. And if you're first time here, just to remind you guys, you can stay in tune by following our links to receive latest information about our events, collective calls, and we will provide that later. So yeah, we can start right away with two projects online. We got two amazing speakers. So we got Ante representing a project called Infinity Games and Marco from another one. So yeah, we got two exciting projects for today. And just to remind you guys and the speakers as well, we've got like 5 minutes for your presentation, 5, 6 maybe, and 10 minutes for Q&A session. So yeah, we will add the timer on the upper right corner so you can, mind the timing and, not to steal the time of your other speakers. You can ask questions in the chat section below, or you just can raise your hand and we will ask you to, stand here and ask your questions. So yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I think we can start right now, but basically if we have nothing to add, we can proceed straight to the first speaker. As I said before, it's Ante, a co-founder of Infinity Games and Prometheus. So Ante, hello. It's nice to see you here. You can start right now.
Hello. Thank you, Ivan, or it is Ivan.
Yeah, you can do that both ways. I prepared.
Okay, thank you for introduction. I'm Ante Medic. I'm co-founder of Prometheus and Infinity Games. Prometheus is mine and my partner Srđan Mirovic, who unfortunately couldn't be here today with us. From 2019, that project is still alive, but our main project is Infinity Games. We started it 2 years ago. Infinity Games is a Web3 gaming ecosystem for the game's interoperability with a flagship game called Infinity Heroes. We have created a blockchain protocol that allows the interoperability on the blockchain level of the games, but we also realize that we need a flagship game, and both of us as a gamers and we have previous experience in Web2 games. We developed a game called Infinity Heroes. Infinity Heroes is a card collection auto chess, fully built in the house with all the models and all the maps. It's fully built in the house, and that game is actually in the open beta right now, and that game gave us a partnership with Immutable, with Mary Circle, and also with DWF. I want to talk a little bit about our ecosystem. So the main differentiator from other projects with similar projects is that we demand from our partners, from the game studios that are incubated in the Infinity Games ecosystem, to share all the graphical models as IPs, so that every player can play in different games who are compatible, who are the part of the ecosystem, can play with the same characters, with the same look and feel. I think that is the main differentiator from other similar projects. And also what we noticed, and what perhaps lots of you guys noticed in the last cycle, there were no actual quality games. To honor all the exceptions, but the majority of the projects, especially in the GameFi, was the games with a low quality, and we wanted to change that. We have been developing Infinity Heroes for 2 years now, and we are really proud of the current progress of the game. The game is one of the first games to be deployed, that is actually deployed on the Immutable Z case, and also one of the first game that incorporates Immutable Passport. We are also live on the Polygon chain. All of this saying, the main problem with those kinds of application was the quality of the Web3 games, and also if we speak about our competition, there are no actually interoperability implemented. Those studios are using the games that are developed inside of their studios, so we can actually say that they have achieved interoperability. Our main goal is to incorporate different independent game studios to use our blockchain protocol and to actually develop the interoperability that we think that all the gamers really want to have right now. I have spoke you about our solution. The Infinity Heroes stand as a quality game that can be produced in this Web3 space. Also, we can speak about why now. I think that the main problem in the past, during 2019, 2018, there were no actual enterprise solution to deploy dApps on the blockchain. The fees as right now are big, but that is the feature of the Ethereum. It has to be like that. But now we have lots of great blockchain solutions like Immutable, like Beam. We are also very fond of the Scale blockchain. I think those guys are doing the great job. So actually, right now we have everything laid up for the projects like ours. We can also speak about the competition. I already tell something about them. I almost respect them, but I think that the main problem is that they have the different kind of games that are developed inside of their studios. So I think it is important to create a blockchain protocol that we have created and to incorporate inside of the ecosystem the independent gaming studios. It is worth to mention that currently we are in the private sale stage. We are planning to launch our token in the Q3 of the 2024. Also, we are utilizing our partnerships with Immutable, with Merge Circle as our go-to-market strategy. Recently, we also partnered with GG3. It's a very promising company that actually have plans to transition Web2 users to the Web3 users. And with that, I would like to close my presentation.
Okay, thanks for minding the time. Thanks for the amazing pitch. So yeah, guys, feel free to ask questions in the chat or raise your hand. Okay, so maybe I'll go with the first one. Can you elaborate a bit more about the business model? So I think I've seen that one, this one slide on your presentation. So yeah,
let me just
add more details on that.
Show it again. Yeah. Our main revenue stream is in-game purchases. Mainly, we are now focused on the Infinity Heroes game. You can buy. Right now, you can already buy Bitgold in-game currency, but in the future, we will have the payment processor to actually buy the packs. That is the main revenue stream. The second one is the sale of the digital asset on the first as on the secondary market. I was also mentioning you that me and my partner's first project was Prometheus. Since 2019, it pivoted to the copyright marketplace, and it will facilitate us as a native marketplace of the whole Infinity Games ecosystem. So we will have also marketplace fees, and we will have a fees from the secondary market from our partner studios. They are incorporated in Infinity Games ecosystem. Also, it is important to mention that we are developing Infinity nodes that would operate the whole Infinity Games ecosystem, and we are planning to operate them with special NFTs. So we will have another revenue stream from Infinity nodes. And please ask if you have any questions about the business model, if I can elaborate more.
Okay, I think that's it from my part. Yeah, I've seen raised hands. So yeah, Luis, you can go ahead.
Yes, hi. Awesome. Love what you're doing. I had a few quick questions. When do you have a few exchanges in the pipeline, and when is the TGE?
Currently, we are planning to close our private sale round, and planned exchanges are in the Q3 for now. If everything is going great, and we are optimistic we will close the round in time, and so the TGE is planned to be in the Q3 24. Our targeted exchanges are OKX and Binance, due to our partnership with the market maker. Those are targeted exchanges. Now we will see what will happen in the Q3.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, moving on next to questions from the chat. So Malika, can you handle that, please?
Yeah, sure. We have some questions from Priscilla. Thank you, Priscilla, for being active. How much are you raising, guys?
In
And
the
at what
first
valuation?
round of the private sale, we are planning to raise around 800K. In total, in the all 3 rounds of the private sale, we are planning to raise 2 million.
And thanks. And she's following. What round is this? Did you have prior round? If so,
it is the first round. Thank you for the question. It is the first round. It is the A round of the private sale. So it is the first round, guys. Currently, it is filled with angels, and we have incentivized talks with a couple of VC, but I cannot disclose it right.
Thanks. Yeah, Matthias, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to raise 2 million? What's your expected valuation?
I want to share our private screen, our tokenomic. Just please let me find it.
Okay.
You will see evaluation for each stage of the private sale.
In the meantime, I'm because you say interoperability with games is there's just no competition. I know, as a matter of fact, there's a lot of competition right now in the pipeline, and there are Web3 games that are already made kind of alliances, and I'm personally executive board member of a protocol that is enabling digital assets across games and metaverses, and so it's I think there is quite a competition that is coming up. Personally, I'm even, as a coincidence, working myself on a game with one venture. So what I wanted to say, I totally agree, interoperability with between let's say games or whatever you want to call it generally with the blockchain is a very interesting thing. And I have also discussions with CEOs of very big, not only studios but also publishers, etc. They all go in the same thing if they have a Web3, let's say, open mind, because some of them are absolutely against it. But to be honest, as a challenge, the only thing that I would say is if you say there's not really a competition, or I would not agree with that. I think there's a massive competition coming up right now in that market.
I completely agree with you. I never said that there is no competition. I was addressing the issue that there is no real interoperability currently right now, what we can see in the different kind of these types of the project, because lots of these projects have actually numbers of games that are interoperable, but they are made inside of their studios. What we want to achieve here is to gather independent studios to work on our blockchain protocol.
Yeah, okay, then I misunderstood it. But all right, I have to look deeper into that.
Thank you. And as for your question, you can see the screen hopefully right now. So the private A round, the full diluted valuation or evaluation is 17.5 million. Then we have 22.5 and eventually 27.5. And in the time of the listing, the evaluation is estimated to be, fully diluted evaluation is 40 million.
Is this to develop your game or the infrastructure? Because
we include in this raise, we have included and development and marketing and the listing of the token.
Of the token. Okay.
And the listing of
because I was thinking that if you 2 million to develop a game is a little bit a low number.
Yeah, it is a low number. We are from Serbia. Yeah, I don't know if I have mentioned that. Actually, I'm from Croatia, but currently in Serbia. So we are owner of the grant from the Republic of Serbia Innovation Fund in the 2022 in amount of 300,000 euros, and that help us to reach this stage. We understand. We are of course understand that amount is low for the developing of the game, but we also have allocation of the 7.5 for the development that we are pretty sure that it will be sufficient to continue the development.
Okay, I will check deeper into the numbers and the thing, because I am involved in a couple of projects with this.
Thank you. I would like to connect with you and perhaps elaborate about this topic.
All right, that's it from my side.
Yeah, we have more hands raised. Wendell, go ahead, please.
Yeah, sorry, I took a moment to unmute. What's your market size for this? Like, do you have any numbers or traction or anything that you could point to? Because like
I mean, just in this group, we've seen different game pitches before. So it's just not clear what the actual opportunity is. Like when you talk about interoperability, especially there's a ton of interoperability things from an enterprise standpoint for just committing to different chains and reading from it, especially on game development. The harder part is reading from stuff so that therefore when something is actually executing from it. So I just didn't get what makes you unique or your market on this. So
okay, so your question was I didn't hear a question. Your question is about marketing opportunities, right?
No, like your market itself. Like you're talking about game developers as independents, and you're going to go across the different studios and stuff. But the story isn't aligning. Like the market demand doesn't seem to be there in the way that you were anticipating it to be there. And on top of that, what you're stating, the product is for that demand. There's so many other services that offer that already. And I'm just going another level of like the services itself. You weren't exactly super clear on what your services would actually do for them. Like if you're just talking about payments and stuff, like that's pretty easy to do in a game development system.
Okay, so there are multiple questions here. Let's try to answer one by one. Regarding the market potential, we can discuss what is right here on the screen. We can see the market estimation for the Web3 games. But at one point, I have to agree with you. Current numbers, not only for Infinity games, since our game is an open beta, but for the whole industry, they cannot compare with Web2 games numbers.
But even these numbers are deceptive, right? These are not actual numbers of revenue or anything else. These are token values that are going up, not actual liquidity or things
I'm
being
not
spent.
talking here about the tokens numbers or evaluation of these.
Yeah, but the market size thing, that when it goes to market, like there isn't actually $4.6 billion being spent in DeFi games right now. Period. Just look at DApp Radar. It's pretty easy to even see that.
Okay, if maybe we can discuss a bit differently the difference between Web2 games and the Web3 games. Why?
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about Web3 though. Like that's what I mean about your market potential here. It's not, you're not actually clear in what your market is, and you're not actually clear on what your solution is.
Okay, so if you let me to try and answer your question, our market here, we are targeting the Web3 users. We don't want to target Web2 users and try to transition them to Web3 users. We are currently focused solely on Web3 users. We can also discuss,
how many Web3 users are there in the marketplace today?
How many are Web3 users? Those numbers can be easily researched by the let's use it application called DApp Radar. We can see how many individuals.
Yeah, but I asked you the question. It's your business, so like that's something you should know. Like how many users are there?
Try to answer you, if you please let me. Okay, let's me open another tab.
If you have to search this answer, you're highlighting my point about you not knowing your marketplace.
I'm not searching my answer, but I want to open our pitch deck. So if you would let me do it. Just so we also had a market research. We selected a couple of projects that are more spotted on the DApp Radar application. We can see that those numbers are quite low, but numbers of the users, but the volume that those users are creating is quite impressive. And I think that is the main differentiator between Web2 games and the Web3 games. There are less players than in Web2 spaces, but they are accumulating a bigger volume. You can also check our pitch deck. I will share all our information. A game like Splinterland has generated 100k daily active wallets with 1.2 million transactions. So I will agree with you that those numbers are much lower than the Web2 games, but they have potential. They have potential, especially with your ownership of the assets, and I think that will be the next narrative.
Okay, so what solution are you providing?
What solution we are providing? As if you have listened to my presentation, this interoperability protocol that we have developed, it allows different collections to mint from each of these compatible collections. You can trigger one collection by the different application. That is one of our services. The other differentiator that we are offering.
Is your market then Splinterlands and stuff, or is it the users of Splinterlands?
I didn't understand. Can you please, because you interrupted me, can you please repeat the question?
Is your market Splinterlands and other DeFi games, or is it users like people who use Splinterlands?
Our market targeted market are the users who use applications like Splinterlands.
Okay. So your market size at best case scenario is 100K.
Those are the numbers from the last year. I can assure you, if we can search new numbers, those numbers will be much more higher now than in the bear market from the last year.
Right.
If you can please,
someone else go, please.
Okay.
So yeah, let's hear out another question.
I guess what he was sort of asking is who is your target? Is it the consumers and users of Splinterlands, or are you trying to provide a service to Splinterlands for them to expand their base? So are you a B2B or a B2B2C or a B2C?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Okay, so we are targeting end customers and B2B. We want to target studios. That will join Infinity Games ecosystem. We are also targeting the users, the end users, the gamers, Web3 gamers.
And thank you so much, Ante, for your presentation. Maybe like the last question from the chat from Joao, what is the minimum ticket size you accept?
Minimum tickets is from 10 to 15K, minimum size ticket for the angel investors. But for the VCs, it is bigger. But maximum ticket size is 2% of the total allocation. So we will not allow VC to have more than 2% in this private sale round.
Okay, thank you. Ivan, should we?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, thanks everyone for such live discussion. Really appreciate that. And yeah, let's waste no time and proceed with the second project here on the line. Yeah. So yeah, again, thanks, Ante.
Sorry for interrupting. The only thing, Ante, I just shared your blurb here in the chat, but people are asking for the pitch deck and the tokenomics. Could you please also share?
Yes, I will share our blurb immediately. Thank you.
Yeah, please share that.
Sorry, Ivan, go ahead.
No problem. All right, so as I said before, we got another project, second one for today, to present their pitch deck, and we've got Marco, founder of Another One project. So Marco, go ahead, passing the mic to you.
Thank you everyone to join tonight. Tonight for me. I'm Marco. I'm a CEO and co-founder of Another One. A little bit of my background. I come from traditional investment, corporate finance, M&A. And I'm also a big sneaker fan, sneaker collector. So this is how I got in touch first with crypto and then with the NFT back in 2019. And together with other two sneakerheads, we decided to build this project that today is Another One. What is Another One today is Web3 fashion platforms for build, launch, and experience metaverse-ready Phygital collection. What we do is we created a physical product that are interconnected to digital assets in the way of NFT. We create a seamless connection between NFC chip and NFT to create authenticated proof, and counterfeit-proof product. We create also engagement opportunity for consumer and brands to interact with each other with this product. We have a strong blockchain infrastructure and knowledge, but we also have merchandising expertise in building product, physical product, data management, supply chain integration. We also deal with the logistic and distribution and affordable price because we have different line of revenue streams. A lot of brands already deployed their digital strategy. Nike are purchasing artifacts. Louis Vuitton with this latest drop of the track bag, with a huge opportunity, and that is evaluated by last McKinsey research of around $55 billion in 2030. The positioning of Another One and the solution that we provide is a one-stop shop solution. So differently from our competitors, Legitimate, Collect ID, Temera, IYK, we create a solution that allow anyone to launch a Phygital product competing with the big brands in the market with very affordable price, but also with a bold offering that allow us to take care of all the aspects of the creation from NFC encoding to the merchandising production to up to the distribution. There are a lot of benefits, but one of the most important is the boost customer retention and engagement through this product. The USP is lowering the cost of structuring those Phygital strategy and increasing the market access to consumer both in Web 2 and Web 3. We started with a B2C solution. We sold over $1 million of NFT in the last 3 years, but then we decided to pivot to B2B to have more possibility to mechanize and industrialize our offering. The B2B business is more easy to create a scalable business. We target fashion company, entertainment, sports and music, gaming, video game metaverse, but also betting company with the goal to create innovation of product that doesn't cannibalize the current offering of the clients, but allow with a low cost of transition to have advanced customer data. The way it works is really simple. Tap your phone on the NFC, you claim the NFT that is connected to our platform, and then you can access token-gated experience both offline and online. The first solution is the Toolbox, our launchpad, where we were used to sell to consumer directly. We still have the launchpad active, and actually there is a project that will launch soon with a fashion company. But we decided also to create an automation of this solution to allow everyone to launch a Phygital collection with as little as $1,000. The second solution is the on-chain rewards, triggering the pairing of the NFC chip with the NFT. We allow the consumer to have a physical benefit during events. You wear your product, you can access to events. You can also earn rewards directly to your wallet, because the connection of the NFC and the NFT give us access to the wallet to reward for the engagement. Our packages start from, as I said, $1,000 starter package with another one tag encoded and pre-encoded, up to merchandising, and also the possibility to build a full-fledged Web3 brand for a company that wants to further leverage their IP. Those are some of the products that we did in the past, just to give you an example of our span from high heel shoes to jackets, and also in-game asset t-shirt that you can wear in Sandbox. We started converting some sales from November last year, and now we are standing of around $30,000 per month of sales. The team is 15 FTE. Some of our investors are Animoca Brands, Sandbox, Polygon, and we are currently raising our pre-sale round, leading to the IDO by the end of Q2, with exchanges already established, I guess.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I've got it. Thanks, Marco, for minding the timing again, and yeah, being brief and informative. And yeah, let's move on to Q&A section. Again, we've got like a question from the chat from Priscilla. Which CEX are you listing with?
We are confirmed MEXC and Get.io, and we are in talks with KuCoin.
Okay, I think that's settled. And yeah, please guys, raise your hand. Meanwhile, let me ask you a question. I like to know, like, how does another one project approach the sustainability within the fashion industry, especially that is constantly changing?
Sustainability for us is in the terms of the offering. For example, we launched a collection of sneakers, and we did pre-sale of the sneakers. So the production started when we have the order, only of the product that are paid for, requested, without inventory, without needing of having stocks. So this help a lot the process, especially in terms of sustainability. The second element is also the traceability of the product that we use for the production, that is all listed in the product, what is called now the digital product passports. So that helps also to have clear and transparent information for the consumer of the origin of the product, and the quality of the quality, and also the process of production.
All right, got it. Yeah, let's move on to the raised hands. So yeah, player one, Taco, please be the first one.
GM. So just doing a quick count, it looks to see like you have about 33 investors currently on your cap table. What more are you looking for? Because you sort of went over that slide really fast, so I wasn't able to see what the ask is. And what's the token valuation at discount sale versus what has already been purchased by people first to market?
Yeah. So the current round is $1 million with a FTV of $35 million. The round is already filled for around $600,000. The current investor are syndicates and KOL. The previous round were a seed round, a pre-seed round in 2021, $5 million FTV, $175,000. The second round was the seed where Animoca Brands entered, and it was $10 million FTV for a total raise of $1 million. Private sale was $25 million FTV with a total raise of $2.5 million. And then we have this $1 million raise, and then we will have $650,000 on the IDO stage.
Okay, I think that's been answered. Thanks, Marco, again, and thanks, Malika, for sharing the pitch deck for the project. Meanwhile, let's move on to another raised hand. Matthias, go ahead.
It's funny enough, today there's two of my expertise because I'm 30 years in the fashion business, and there is a question. You say like, okay, there were one thing like you said, like physical access with your merchandise. Is it still like an NFT guarded community, or is it then if somebody comes up with that kind of merchandise or with this kind of T-shirt, they let you in?
It's driven by the wearable. So it's
they look all the same
Sorry?
when they come to your place. They look all the same when they come to your event. But that was just out of curiosity. It's not important, the question. But there are two things. You say, okay, we have the passport and the chain of the value chain and production chain on the on the blockchain, which is clear. But you say like, okay, it's clear they know where I produce, but where do you produce? This is the next thing. I mean, how do you verify, that would be my question, that these sneakers really are produced in, let's say, in Italy, and this is not an agent that produces them in Vietnam? This is the first question that I would have. How do you verify that?
Because we're in contact with the factory. So we do an extensive research of the factories. We go visit the factory. We have direct contact with the factories. We do have office in China. I'm actually in Shanghai at the moment, and the point is that the fact that we are B2B is also allow us to provide the technology to the fashion brand. For example, if they have their own standard, so they can integrate our chip and our label into their products. Just to show you, this is an example of a tag. The NFC is already here, and then has to be sued. In case of merchandising, we have our partners of merchandising. So depending on what is the goal of the company, if it is more affordable, or if it is more quality, we have different type of partners. So that's the way we guarantee. At this moment,
I have my office in Hangzhou, in Beijing, and in Shanghai, so I'm pretty. I know a little bit of this, but so it's still having a contact with having the contact with the factory doesn't mean that you have control over the product. Just as a experience from somebody who went through hell with heaven and hell with it, let's say. And the other thing that you said is you say there's no returns, and that's one of the biggest problems. If you generally of the industry, because you're sending out, you're making a phygital product, right? You have your NFT and you have your physical product, and you send it. It would be quite violating consumer rights if you say, okay, you take it, you cannot return it. And returns are a massive problem of all the, let's say, mail order concepts, and that's what you do in a way. So the argument saying, okay, we don't have stock and nothing, I don't think that counts. That is something that you have to be really aware of, that you have to implement a right of return in a certain time. Maybe they say quality is not good, and so that's not something that I would actually agree on as an argument. I would dig deeper into how you really make that management and how you would, which is impossible, make sure that there are no stocks. And that is also an environmental friendly and economic and all this stuff matter.
Yeah, if I can answer, so in that case was order to produce. So that's the reason why, and this is the exact way in which we're doing the new collection that is called Underworld. It's snow boots made with Templar. It's a fashion brand from Australia. It's is made to order. So what we do is we guarantee the return of the product if the product is defected, but not if it's not of liking, because it's a pre-order product. In the case of the B2B, they manage their own sales. We just provide the product, and we just provide the technology. So in that case, it's gonna be them that will deal with the whole process. What we will do is that we will definitely decode the NFC if there is any return, if there is any defect product. The NFT, for example, for 100 t-shirts, there is 100 NFT. If the t-shirt is defected, what we do is that we just disconnect the pairing between that NFC ID and that NFT. We produce the new one. We touch the new NFC, and then we send it to the client.
Now I understand. If you only sell it, if you say like the NFT is the one that they buy, and the physical product is a gimmick, that might work. But there are consumer protections, and they implement a right to return into a certain time, even if it's not your liking, not only if it's defected. So even your terms and conditions, whatever you have, B2C might be overruled. I'm just saying it because.
Totally agree with you. That's one of the reasons why we shifted to B2B. We still want to have a B2C component, because it's also a way to build a community. But totally agree with you, and we have experience also of other partners of ours that did the same thing. I sell the NFT. The physical product is actually complementary. It's like a gifting that I do to you. Yeah, but still, there is also an enforcement of the consumer protection on that side. I totally agree with you.
Are you coming up from Italy?
I'm from Italy, correct. Yes.
Ciao. Allora capisco perché sei mo. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, message.
Yeah. Thank you, Matthias, for your question. And also, there is a question here in the chat. How many clients, users do you have today, Marco?
Yes, so we so far have 7 clients that we for which we created total amount of 15,000 item. Average collection size is around 2,000 items per client. The major clients will come in Q3 because we're signing a sports club from Italy. For a Phygital merch and also another fashion company. So we are planning to have around 13 clients this year, with a prospective revenue of around $900,000. And the user, we have currently a conversion rate of 60%. So 60% of the end user that receive our product are connecting to our DApp.
Can I jump in real quick? I can't find my hands up link. I'm new. I used
sure.
So yeah, really interesting project. We recently advised a project kind of similar called MetaWear into the Phygital fashion space. And it's nice to see all of my best friends on the cap table already. So it was just asking about your token launch and list strategy. If you got some confirmed launch pads and market makers and stuff, who are you going after?
Yeah.
Or confirmed? Do you have a target date for that? And
definitely.
So maybe? Okay,
we're targeting probably end of Q2 as of now. We have Gamify as a confirmed launchpad. We have a couple of tier 2 launchpad like Sports and Finblocks. We're talking to Ape Terminal and Polka Starter, and to close the allocation of the IDO. That will be, as I said before, $650,000. Initial market cap will be 312,000. The listing strategy is we're closing this round also with KOLs to have more boost in terms of communication. We recently did an airdrop campaign that gave us 18,000 followers in the last 2 weeks, reaching around 42,000 followers on X and 14,000 on Discord. We have some KOLs on our round, like Scott Merkel, Mario Newfall, Manuel Turones. We are talking also with the Martini guy to have a little bit more of nudge on the launch. We also participating this show that is called Crypto Nights that will be aired in on Amazon Prime in July. That is exactly after the launch of the token, and in July we also will reveal the partnership with the soccer club in Italy. That definitely will give some hype. Also, the reason why we put a cliff and a vesting for the KOLs, the current terms is 10% release at TGE and 90% 3 months cliff, 12 linear, is because we have different milestones on after the launch of the token, and we want to keep them busy to shield our project within.
Yeah, no, that's a smart idea. I wish more projects would do that. It's really nice to see, and really excited. Yeah, okay, I sent you a message out on Telegram for more info. Stuff, and I think some of our backers will probably give a hand and do some of the heavy lifting on the pre-launch marketing as well. I know some of these guys.
Yeah. We keep talking with Animoca. It's they have 450 portfolio companies, so it's not easy to get grips from them. But we will have it.
Great. I'll look forward to learning more. And thanks for the great pitch. And thank you all for the continued good finds. I don't know how all my friends are into this, and I missed it somehow in the last few months. So really nice that we got I've been here helping source good stuff for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for such kind and warm words. And yeah, with that positive thing, let's just conclude our call for today. Right. Again, Marco and Ante, huge thanks to you for amazing pitch decks. It was a pleasure. And yeah, it was a pleasure as well to seeing you all here on the call. Thanks, Malika, for helping conducting that, and yeah, let's see each other next week. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for staying with us in such hard times, and yeah, let's continue.
Quick thanks for the other guys for asking the smart questions that I was about to.
Absolutely.
So thanks for stepping in there, guys.
Yes, yeah, thanks for that. It was interesting. So yeah, again, huge shout out to everyone. Thanks, and see each other next time.
Arrivederci.